So here I am. I'm up the mast again. I just can't help myself. So a couple of weeks ago, I had a video showing you me climbing the mast, and the reason I was climbing the mast was to check out why, or what was left base wise of the nav light that used to be up the mast and got blown away. So now that I've been up the mast and done my reconnaissance, I'm now up the mast to do the repair. First part of the repair is this little white circular interface bracket, which utilizes the holes, the tapped holes in the masthead that the old light used to be attached to the mast. Unfortunately, the new light has its holes in a different location, so I had to make this little white interface plate to avoid drilling and tapping new holes in the masthead. There's enough holes up there already. So that's the little white disc plate. It's in as soon as the process involves, first of all, mounting it, and then mounting the actual tricolour light, which has to be disassembled first in order to get access to the mounting screws inside the base of it. And that's what you're seeing right now. You can see the black base part of the light, and I'm screwing up 4 little screws that hold it, or 3 little screws that hold it to the white interface plate that I mentioned. So that's the process. I gotta put these screws in, then reassemble the light itself, put it back to being a full light with its cover, etc, etc, and then connect the wires up so that it will actually work when it's switched on. So, after a lot of fiddling around, we finally got to the stage where the light assembly is on and the base is on. So now all I've got to do is assemble the light itself and then connect it up. Unfortunately, I don't have the right connections, so I'm putting these temporary little connectors on. I'll have to come back up and replace them once I get the right ones in stock. But it's a fiddly job, you know, and we're right up there. And of course, the dread always in a situation like this is that you drop something. So here's the top half of the light. I did not want to lose this nut. So I'm going to take both nuts off. Carefully put them there. Hope like hell I don't drop them. And there's the light on with negative to negative. and positive to positive. So get these little nuts on without dropping them. There's one on. So there's the assembled light. Still have to tighten it up. Well, I have both nuts on. Just got to tighten them now. So far so good. These are not regular pliers, these are parallel pliers, which come in really handy for tightening up little nuts. The jaws stay parallel as you open and close the pliers. One side fully tightened. Two sides fully tightened. It's time to put the cover on. Another thing I don't want to drop. There's the cover on. Last time I did one of these, I put the cover on the wrong way, and when I got down, the red was pointing back and the green was pointing forward and the white was pointing off the port of the starboard. I had to come all the way back up the mast just to put it on the right way. I'll never make that mistake again. So, time to get these wires cleaned up and sorted out. Then we're done. Trim the ends off the wires, get rid of the old bark that's been exposed to the elements. I don't know if you can see this because I get the end insulation off. And one done. Two down. 3 down. Again, I don't know if you can see this. This is kind of funky because the way I've got the boat wired, the green light is the green wire is the anchor, and on the light, the red wire is the anchor. So that's why I'm connecting green to red right now. For those that pick up on such detail. I'm not crazy and I'm not stupid, it's just the way it is. These connectors, as I mentioned, are temporary. I'll be back up once I get the right connectors, probably within the next week or so. Two down, one to go. And that's it. Well, apart from the fact that I have the wrong connectors, or the temporary connectors, that's the job done. I'm going to put some tape over those joints, because it does rain all the time and I don't really want them all getting wet. I'm going to come back up here with self-adhesive heat shrink butt connectors and replace these connections with the heat shrink butt connectors, which will be much more durable and much more weather tight. I'm just gonna wrap some tape around this in the meantime. Everything's oriented the correct way. Time to get back down out of here. Now I'm just gonna take a little look at this. and a little look around. So first job is to lower the bucket. And what I have to remember before I go down the mast is fold all the steps back in. I came up here once upon a time and I folded all the steps, or so I thought, back in on the way down, and when I got down to deck I realized the very top one, the one that I use right at the top here, I'd left unfolded, so I had to come all the way back up just to fold in the step. There's the bucket down. So and now we just abseil down, remembering to fold in the steps. This is the bit I love. Well, I've earned my coffee this morning, that's for sure. Nothing left sticking out.